I'm Seth, and you're tuned into the Free Game Podcast.
What's going on, FGP family? We're back, season 2. I'm your co-host, Seth.
I'm your co-host, Josique.
Man, what a week it's been. We're a week behind for you guys. Supposed to come back last week, had some stuff come up, but...
Yeah, we're still college students and everything,
Still college students. He got a job,
We both got jobs.
We both got jobs.
So,
Crazy time. But I hope everybody had a great Easter weekend, obviously.
Facts. Hope you all went to church, dressed nicely, spent time with your loved ones.
Do whatever you had to do. Got some good food in.
Yeah, facts. Was there anything on Sunday? Yeah, there was some NCAA.
And women's. There was some golf. There was some NASCAR if you like NASCAR.
Some
Baseball's
NBA.
back, obviously, if you're a big baseball fan.
Facts.
Everything's been going on. This dude turned into, I don't know if he's a baseball fan, but he definitely enjoys playing MLB The Show. So I'll consider that a baseball fan.
Yeah, I don't watch too many games in real life, but dude, the show might be my favorite game the past 2 years. I'm a big football fan, but Madden be pissing me off.
I've heard him get passionate about games. I've never heard him get as loud as he did over a play he makes in the show, bro.
Dude, because it's I don't know, the show to me just has the best graphics. There's no, Madden, you can be bro, that's not supposed to happen in football. Or 2K, you're bro, that's a dumb shot. That's not supposed to go in, da-da-da-da. And the show, bro, everything that happens in the show is low-key realistic. Other than the fact that, some contact hits you get may be a pop fly or something like that. But it's nothing to where it's that's just unrealistic. The show just seems like the best overall quality game to me. So if you don't play MLB The Show 24,
it's also probably harder for us. If you're an actual baseball player out there watching this, y'all probably that's not true. It's probably harder for us who's never played baseball past maybe middle school to tell if something unrealistic happens. So maybe someone hits a home run on a high inside 97 mile per hour change up, and they're
you're not supposed to make contact with that, bro.
And we're well, that's normal.
Facts.
So it's just a game that we know little about, so it's not as stressful.
Facts.
It's a lot less.
And just the fact that it's a lot less stressful because I also don't care about baseball as much in general. So it's if I let up a home run, I'm oh, okay. I know I suck at the game, whatever.
Yeah.
In Madden, if I let up a touchdown or throw a pick,
this is my
bro, this game sucks, bro. It's so stupid. I'm going stupid, bro. Shout out to MLB The Show, man. The creators did their thing with that. But
shout out to the show. It's been a great time, obviously, for sports going on right now. Like I said, we had MLB start back up. NASCAR stood up maybe a month or two ago. You got both March Madnesses going on in the Final Four. You have 2 schools with 2 teams in the Final Four.
Yeah,
UConn,
NC State.
men's, women, and NC State men's, women. It's a
That's
special
impressive.
time in sports.
That's
bro.
impressive.
Special time in sports. But before we get to sports, we got to talk about some new music that came out. Metro Boomin and Future. And then honestly, I'm going to throw Kendrick Lamar in there because he's really got the buzz going for the album.
Yeah.
That diss that he threw at Drake and Kendrick.
Drake and J. Cole, yeah.
Drake and J. Cole. The diss that Kendrick threw at them.
He said, first person shooter, I hope they came with 3 switches.
Special stuff, man. You got LeBron pregame, jamming out to that, rocking out, bobbing his head. Drake's probably going to respond with some MJ's the GOAT type stuff. This is crazy right now.
Drake better respond soon. That's all I know. Because apparently...
He's on tour, bro. He's on tour. There's not much he can do.
He's still on tour?
Yeah. They're still on tour.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I heard Kendrick... I don't know if this is true. But I heard Kendrick already has another diss song ready for Drake specifically.
Oh my God.
If that is true, Drake better drop a diss between now and before Kendrick releases. Because if Kendrick goes back to back on Drake,
I think Drake should just keep doing what he's doing, kind of just being around the bush, dance around it, because he does not want to get into a diss rap battle with Kendrick, bro.
Bro, he's gonna get into it. Have you not seen his IG captions?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just keep doing that, bro. Keep throwing.
He gonna do that for so. He gonna do that for so long.
If you make a song back at Kendrick, oh my gosh, you better talk to Kanye. You better talk to Jay-Z. You better talk to Lil Wayne.
I think
whoever higher ups you can talk to that you can reach. Call them.
Well, he's not good with Kanye. He's not on good levels with Kanye, but he can definitely reach out to Tunchi. He can reach out to Jay-Z.
I think can help him wordplay. He's going.
That's what I'm saying. I think right now he's building his Avengers team to go back at Kendrick because Kendrick went and got Future,
Metro. They went and got
Kendrick. And then the Weeknd also would pitch in and be like, I want to be on the song.
Like, I don't even know how blowed. I think Kendrick was just like, you know what? I can make a diss. Like, I don't really rock with them, no way. And it was just kind of like back in Metro and Future.
Facts.
Like, I think Future and Drake was where the real beef was. Like, Future was upset with the way Drake responded about, like, what would Pluto do and all that.
Yeah.
So I think Future really reached out to Kendrick and was like, hey, yo, like, trying to help me out on this diss track. Like, something like that, if anything.
Facts. It's crazy to think that two of my favorite rappers are beefing right now between Drake and Future. Like, we don't have What a Time to Be Alive. We went from Grammys. We went to Wait For You, Into Deep. Like, they have so many good songs together, good album, great album together. Like, to see them, like, possibly never do any projects together again, it's just, like,
crazy.
Hurts my heart, man. It hurts my heart.
For sure. What's your favorite song on the album, though?
Favorite song? It's just,
what you listen to the most?
I got a three-way tie I listen to the most. Definitely the song with Kendrick. They went that beat just went stupid. Metro went dumb. Then I like the song with Travis type shit.
Okay.
Yeah. That's tough. And then lastly, I like oh my goodness, Don Juan. Fucking that magic like I'm Don Juan. Bro, that goes
the second part of that song goes crazy.
Princess Diana and ain't cheap. Nah, bro, he's spaz, bro. But
Metro's fast with the beats too. Bro.
He did. Metro went dumb.
Metro went dumb. I think I'm gonna have to go with, obviously, Like That is OD.
Yeah.
The song with Travis Scott is really catchy. Fried, She's a Vibe, whatever that one is. That one's catchy.
Yeah, Fried.
All the songs are catchy. I was working out, listening to Everyday Hustle yesterday. Like, when that came on, New Level.
Rick Ross. Yeah.
Bro, like, it's just a great album.
It's crazy, Rick Ross and Drake, bro. Like, they used to be tight too, and now Rick Ross went against him. I don't know why.
Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do for publicity, bro.
Nah, facts. I don't know when's the last time. Somehow, man. I don't know when's the last time I heard Rick Ross on the song.
I'm about to say they gotta make their money somehow.
Nah, facts. I don't blame him too much. But we gonna see how this beef goes, bro. We gonna see if Drake and or J. Cole responds, because he took some shots at J. Cole too. So
J. Cole gets shots thrown at him a lot, and he's just like, "What did I do?" So we'll see what he does.
I think J. Cole
he usually responds like in a subtle way, like the same thing he did to YB about like, "Call me, like if I ever diss you, it's gonna be on your hotline." Like, you know, like something like that. So,
but he still say he want to get into a song with YB. So
yeah.
We'll see though. We'll see how it goes. But get into the sports things, what y'all came here for.
Women's college basketball is popping right now. Man.
No cap.
I mean, what a time. You had two elite eight matchups, honestly. Maybe even more. I only watched two of them. LSU and Iowa, and then UConn played USC. Like, these are some of the best matchups I've seen in my lifetime watching women's.
You had Angel Reese and HVL, and what's the other guard?
Don't say HVL.
Okay, sorry.
Take HVL.
Sorry, Angel Reese and Flage.
There we go.
Versus Caitlin Clark and her Iowa team.
Yeah. Clark and the rest of the Avengers.
And then you also had Paige Buchers, or Buchers, however you say her name, versus Juju Watkins.
Ozzy versus Juju, who's just been balling. She broke the record for most points by a freshman. Like, in the season.
She's been hooping, bro.
She's gonna be special. Shout out Juju. I know the season didn't end the way that she wanted it to, but she had a great year, so
I agree. And look, but based on how the whole money situation goes, she got 3 more years at least to break records, win a championship.
I mean, if there was ever a time for women's sports or women's basketball to make more money and get the people paid more, it would be right now with Caitlin and Angel and all them going into the
NBA. Yeah, no, facts.
If there was ever a time for their pay raise to go up, it would be right now. So
I think a lot more people are going to be going to the games now that Caitlin and like
more, so
facts.
I mean, they get a lot more coverage like already on TV, so
no, facts.
Even if they get that'll help them out a lot.
Facts. I mean, I wish there was a team. I mean, the Atlanta Dream is down here, so I'd possibly go to Atlanta Dream.
I talked to a lot of people that said they wish the Charlotte team.
I was about to say, I wish Charlotte had one. Cause I mean,
they used to have the Sting. I think they stopped in like 2006 or something.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Like if we could have messed around and drafted Caitlin or Angel or Paige, that'd be tough. But
Paige is going back, actually.
Really?
Yeah. She announced the other day she's coming back.
Oh wow.
Or on senior night, she was like, "This won't be my last senior night." So,
okay, Paige.
She's probably trying to be like the #1 pick when she comes out. So
nah, facts.
Didn't want to get overshadowed.
Caitlin. Yeah, that makes sense. But I mean, speaking of the games last night, bro, Caitlin dropped like what 41, 44?
9 for 20 from three, tied the tournament record for threes. Had HVL, had Angel Reese, just like, I don't know
shrugging.
what to do. Like, I can't do nothing, coach. Kim Mulkey went up to her after the game, the LSU coach, and was like, I'm glad you're done. Like, I'm glad you're leaving.
She said that?
Yeah, like jokingly, she was like, I'm glad you're leaving.
Oh, to
like,
Caitlin.
Yeah, to Caitlin. Like,
I thought
I'm
she said
glad
that.
you're leaving. I've never seen anything like you before.
I thought she said that to HVL. I was about to be like, yo.
She should have.
That's crazy.
She was playing, man. She should have said something. Like,
Bro, she couldn't play defense. She couldn't make a shot.
she
Like,
was throwing the ball out of bounds, bro.
she
Like,
was tweaking.
it was bad. She definitely lost some confidence. But and what Boosie say? We need to go back to being all black. Boosie said LSU needs to have an all black roster again next year because HBL looks scared. I'm not going that far, but
She
they
definitely.
need to do something.
I'm not gonna
She definitely
lie.
looks scared.
So seeing her transfer from Louisville to LSU, I was thinking like, cause she was balling at Louisville. Like they was in the Elite Eight last year, lost to Iowa Final Four.
Yeah.
So it's like she was doing her thing in Louisville. Ended up transferring to LSU. I was like, oh shoot, she's gonna team up with Angel. Like they finna run it back and go back to back. But the past like couple weeks or so, she's been just looking shaky. Like
She's just not a point guard, man. She's a scorer.
that's understandable. That makes
trying to
sense.
run the show.
Well, I say that because Angel be running point guard sometimes too for them. Like
Bro,
sometimes that her coach was talking about it at the like
little Ben Simmons point forward.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, Angel likes to bring the ball up sometimes, whatever. Like we kind of just let her do her thing, play how she wants to play. But nah, it was definitely a good game last night. But I mean,
Great
I
game.
watched probably more of the Iowa game than I did the UConn game. But I still had it on.
Yeah.
Just like paying attention a little bit.
Moving on to the Final Four now for the women's. You got Iowa playing against UConn. So Paige and Caitlin right there.
That'll be a
Paige
good matchup.
was the number one coming out of high school, and now Caitlin's the number one.
Going into the draft.
It's gonna be an interesting.
It's gonna be a great
battle.
matchup. Paige is averaging 28 this tournament.
Yeah,
something like that.
28, 7, and 4. Up to
Yeah.
scoring average about 8 points. Caitlin's obviously the leading scorer in the country. I think she leads the country in assists too.
That's crazy. That's some Trae Young type stuff.
Yeah. Like,
That's crazy.
She's going crazy, dude. She's going crazy. And she's far more efficient than Trae Young. So, like, it's insane what she's doing.
But then on the
Probably
other,
the same height as Trae Young, too.
she might be taller.
Chill.
Bro. But nah, Trae Young's was before he got injured. But anyways, on the other side of the bracket, you got South Carolina and NC State. Man. I don't know too much about NC State or who they got on their team.
They've always been good. Like, they've always been the best team in the ACC women's.
Really?
Like, the last 5-6 years. Them or Virginia Tech.
Yeah, Virginia Tech does have a squad.
Are the top
But
two.
I don't know. I haven't watched too much of NC State this year to know how they're gonna match up against South Carolina. All I know is that South Carolina has been balling all year.
Undefeated.
And
I mean, you can't argue with being undefeated.
can't argue with that. I know they lost last year to Caitlin Clark in the Final Four, something like that.
They're
So
undefeated to the Final Four
they're looking
last
for
year.
revenge on Caitlin for sure. I bet they're hoping that Iowa wins so that they could get their revenge on Caitlin for sure.
Yeah.
But they're looking dominant, bro. I don't know if NC State's gonna be able to handle them with the freshman guard that they got. I can't remember her name, but she's hooping. Cardosa, she's doing her thing.
So you got USC meeting up with who in the championship?
Iowa.
USC, Iowa, and who's
I got
coming
USC.
out on top?
Whoo-wee. It's gonna be tough. I think Caitlin Clark is great, but I think USC is just too much for her to handle alone.
I see it.
If Iowa does win the game, she's gonna need her teammates to step up a little more. But it's gonna be a tough game. I see USC going 38-0, whatever the final record would be. I think they got it this year.
I think we'll get USC and Iowa again, this time in the national championship. But the story is just written for Caitlin Clark to kind of get it done. Stamp her legacy as obviously maybe the greatest women's college basketball player of all time if she wins this.
Potentially.
She does this, there's not much people can say to be like, nah, she's not the
Because
greatest.
she's the leading scorer ever, right?
Like broke the
points
single
wise.
season assist record in the NCAA.
Assists.
I think she broke the 3-point record for D1.
Yeah,
this
she
season.
did.
Like,
She did that like a month ago.
there's not much you can say. Just tied the NCAA record for most threes in the game. Like, bro, there's not much you can say. She's probably going to break the record for most points during the NCAA tournament run by the end of this
Oh,
tournament
definitely.
too.
Because she's going to be... Bro, this game and next game, she's going to just chucking up shots, bro.
This is special. Special time. I mean, State Farm commercial said it the best. We're here to watch greatness and support greatness. And, I mean, that's what she is, bro. She is great.
Now, let me ask you this, though. Which Final Four matchup are you more excited for, the men's or the women's?
I mean, we talked about the women's, and obviously I'm excited about UConn, Paige, and Caitlin, but there's no matchup I'm looking forward to more than Zach Edey versus DJ Burns.
The battle
over to the men's side.
Girth versus size, bro. Like, you got 7'3",
300 for Edey.
God.
And DJ's like 6'10", about 300 too.
Goodness
So we got
gracious.
Two Goliaths. Not no David versus Goliath. Two Goliaths.
Bro, I hope the refs don't make DJ Burns foul out. Like, I hope
He's
DJ
not
can
gonna
stay
guard
in
Zach, so that's fine. They're gonna put DR or whatever.
Oh, the taller dude? Yeah. That would make sense. But, I mean, Zach Edey's probably going to guard him, though.
Yeah, Zach's definitely gonna guard DJ.
That would be it. You think DJ going to be able to do what he do against somebody who's 7'3"?
We spoke to Blake Preston. We'll probably release the episode of the interview with him this season. He plays for Northwestern. They made it to the tournament, made it to the second round this year, so shout out Blake. He's played against Zach Edey, I think, like...
Twice? No.
Twice this year. He played against him at Liberty, when he was at Liberty, too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, like, 3 times throughout college. And he said, 1, he's the best player he's ever played against. We played against Zion, so that's saying a lot.
Oh, wow.
And then 2... He said he's like the strongest player he's played against, and like one of the most humble guys he's ever played against. So,
well, no, because like
hard to stop.
when you think about a lot of players who are over 7 foot, whether college or NBA, like I mean, just talk about the Kentucky bigs. All of them were 7 up, but they were real skinny. Trying to think of someone in the NBA right now might be 7 foot or taller. Oh, Wemby, he's real skinny.
Boban.
But like Boban, he kind of got a little bit of size, but like he's still like kind of on the skinnier guy. Zach Edey's big.
Yeah.
Bo's skinny like a twig. Like Zach Edey is like he got size to him at 7'3", so like he's not like a stick figure like a lot of these other 7 foot players. So it's gonna be a tough matchup because DJ Burns usually can just body everybody down. Whatever.
DJ, he's gonna be loose. He's gonna be having fun. Like he's gonna be listening to that big Zion walk in the locker room walking out.
Which is all right. He's in no Huaraches.
Yeah, he already know what to do, man. He already know what to do. So he's definitely gonna put on for North Carolina State, and I don't know who's gonna win, but it's gonna be a great battle.
It's gonna be. I think if DJ Burns could get some help from DJ Horn, which he should. That's what I'm saying. If they can play together like well, like they have been for so far since the ACC tournament, I think they might can get it done.
Interesting. But I mean, we got to talk about how we got to the Final Four, and with that means we got to talk about Kentucky being upset by number 14 Oakland,
Bro.
And Gawke hitting 10 threes.
Dude, like.
Got to talk about it. Painful moment.
Where do we start, bro? Like, I guess the first part we start is shout out to Gawke, man. You were hitting so many shots bro. Like, I'm talking fade away in the corner, wop.
I mean,
like,
anytime you have someone who's taking 337 threes and 8 twos, you should know that they're probably a great shooter. If their coach is even okay with that.
Look,
if the coach is okay with someone taking 8 twos and 330 threes, they must be one of the best shooters you ever played.
I hope that listeners just listen to what Seth just said. He's taken 8 shots inside of the 3-point line all season long.
I want to find out what his like career college numbers were.
Probably something crazy. Honestly, if he played, let's say this was his senior year. This is fifth year.
Yeah.
If this is his 5th year, I'm gonna guess that he's taken.
He was shooting a lot more in his first 4 years too, because he played at a D2 school.
I'm gonna say in 5 years he's taken less than 152s.
I can see it.
Maybe I'm gonna put it at 200. Less than 200 twos in 5 years.
This is crazy.
That's still wild though, bro.
Yeah, like,
and he took 9 this year or 8 this year. So like that's.
I think they probably played like 34, maybe 35 games. So to get up 333s, like he was shooting like 8. Maybe 9 threes a game.
And he hit like 140 of them, so he was shooting at like a little under 40%.
Yeah, he was shooting like I think I saw like 38.9% this year.
That's crazy. That is insane.
Yeah.
But anyways, like going back to the game itself, bro. Like, our defense hasn't been good all year, and honestly, like the defense wasn't playing terrible against Oakland, but they still were playing bad enough to where he could get shots up. And it's just, I don't know why we had Reed or Rob guarding him. I know he came off the bench, Gawke, whatever his name is. But after he hit the first 3 threes or so, you got to put somebody else on him, bro. Like, Make him run off the line, like do something, because obviously he's the only player who's beating y'all at the moment, and you just didn't make any adjustments to try to beat him. Like Kentucky tried to.
They really could have won the game if Big Z, Onyesko, or whatever his name is, or Bradshaw could have stepped up. Like one of the bigs step up and guard the light skinned big from the other team.
Yeah.
Because he had like 20 and 12 too.
But that's the thing, like our bigs haven't been playing well all year. Big Z had one good game all year, and that was against Georgia.
They gotta step. They need the bigs to step up, I feel like. And that would have pushed them over the top of that game. And if you win that game, I don't think you beat NC State either way, so I mean, it depends. I feel like we could outscore NC State. Like we had a bad shooting night against Oakland. Their bigs are not touching DJ first of all, and then if you guys can guard Galky, DJ Horn is about to give y'all 32.
I mean, yeah, he's probably gonna give us 30, but it's not gonna be 10 threes. It's not gonna be 10 threes though.
Okay, 30 from two people is the same outcome.
Bro, but I'm saying we've had players drop like Wade Taylor.
If y'all played State, you would think y'all won.
Yeah. I think if we get past Oakland that first round, we are facing Purdue this weekend. I'm so serious.
Wow.
I'm so serious.
Wow.
I told you, bro. I told you before the tournament, we're either a Final Four team or a first round exit.
I mean,
unfortunately, we were
extremely blessed because Houston lost Jamal Shead, obviously. Like,
that's what I'm saying. I think we would have been playing Purdue this weekend, bro. This upcoming weekend.
It would have been interesting. It would have been interesting.
Like, bro, we put up 70-something points, and we had a terrible shooting day. Like, Robin Reed had combined less than like 10 points or something
Kentucky
like that.
had a bad run, but you know who had a great run? The Clemson Tigers, man.
Shout out to the Clemson Tigers.
Clemson Tigers, first Elite Eight since 1980. I think this was their second one ever. Like, shout out to the Tigers. Shout out Chase. Shout out PJ. Shout out Big Chef.
Facts,
Ian.
facts. I like Ian. I like Ian.
That was tough.
Shout out Gerard. He did.
I don't know about Gerard, bro. He was holding us back, man.
He
I
was
looking at his percentages through the tournament. Shout out Gerard.
You gotta give him a little bit of credit.
And everything, but man,
Hunter's. Was CJ Hunter? It's Chase, yeah, and he got a brother too.
His younger brother.
But nah, Chase was balling. Chase was balling this tournament. I hate the fact, bro. I hate that PJ gets in foul trouble so much, bro. He fouled out again.
He's like really. He complains a lot. He's not disciplined, so he needs to work on that in this offseason if he's coming back. He's going to the league. Best of luck to you. If you're coming back, work on just some discipline, bro.
If he, I honestly like to see him come back, but I've been seeing him in some draft. Some mock drafts.
If he has a chance to go into the league, it's probably his best chance this year. But he seems like the type of guy that might come back and just try to do something.
So he's from Spartanburg, home, kind of close to home a little bit. So, we'll see. But hey, like I told you, whenever Kentucky lost, I was like, bro, I don't even care about Clemson anymore. Like we're finna lose in the first round in New Mexico State. Like blah blah blah. I'm not gonna be hyped till we get to the Elite Eight. Let alone we got to the Elite Eight. And like
fell a little bit short, but made it there, and that's all that matters.
Facts. And I'm proud of them boys for it, man. Very, definitely proud. I like to see either one of my teams, even I say Carolina's my team still. That's because I grew up rooting for them. But out of them, Carolina, Clemson, or Kentucky, I would like one of them to get to this weekend, the Final Four weekend. But unfortunately, it don't work that way. You don't always get what you want. But still proud of Clemson.
Still honestly. A great Final Four though. We got NC State playing against Purdue. Then you got UConn and Alabama on the other side. I mean,
I hope Alabama gets thrashed.
I'm about to say.
I'm sorry.
Start off with the easy side for me. UConn should take care of business with Alabama. You lock in on Sears and I mean Estrada's cool. Grant Nelson got going a little bit against us. But
Bama does have the number one offense in the country. So,
yeah, but if you lock in on Mark Sears and take him away, the rest of their offense doesn't get creative.
Facts. I agree. And me, man.
has the defense to do that.
Well, so me, man. I'm a defensive guy all day. So, I think
UConn has the defense. I mean, they stopped Illinois from scoring for 50 straight real-life minutes in that game. Went on a 30-0 run. So, I mean, you're going on a 30-0 run on a team like Illinois, who also has a top 5 offense in the country. You can shut down.
That's sick. That's sickening. But nah, I mean honestly, I would like to see Houston. I would have liked to see Houston match up against UConn in the championship.
Purdue UConn won't be bad. It's just gonna be kind of boring to watch Edie go against Cleveland all game. I feel like that's the only problem with that.
But we got I'm excited to watch what's the guard from UConn?
Tristan. Newton?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like Tristan Newton a lot, bro. I was watching him in their conference tournament.
Yeah.
Bro, he was hooping.
Yeah, he's
hooping. And I mean, I'm sure I haven't watched any of their tournament games this year just because they were going against like the 16 seed and then the 8 or 9. So, but he's tough. He's
their
tough.
so-called worst starter, Stephon Castle, was supposed to be like the number 6 pick in the NBA draft. So
that's the tall white dude.
That's like their 3-man.
So they got 2 top 10 picks.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. We're projected 2 top 10 picks.
Imagine.
I think Cleveland's going top 10.
So you got one team with 2 projected top 10 picks who's in the Final Four. Then you got another team with 2 projected top 10 picks, top 5 really prior to the tournament, who lost in the first round.
Look at the coaches though, bro. Like Hurley's in his first few years, coming off a natty. Like he's still motivated. I saw Stephen A. Smith say this the other day. Like Calipari, when he was at Temple and some of those other schools that Stephen A. Smith used to cover him at, he said he used to be like fired up. He wouldn't care what he said to the media. Like that's who he was. Now he's like laid back. He's almost like satisfied. Like I did my career. I'm here. I got paid.
Man,
like, he's just like
we aren't satisfied as fans. We are not satisfied.
Calipari's satisfied, but I think this is the wake up call that he needed. Kind of like Kevin Keats this year. Was on the hot seat, won the ACC, now they're in the Final Four.
But like,
got the job done.
Realistically, what does Cal have to be satisfied for? He only has 1 championship.
No, I'm just talking about like he got the money. He's one of the top coaches ever in terms of wins at Kentucky and all that. Like, very easy for him to be content with where he's at.
I mean, I guess, but you won your championship 12 years ago.
Rick Barnes still hasn't even made it to a Final Four. Or no, he made it to 1 Final Four, never made it to a national championship.
How long has he been at Tennessee though?
He was coaching at Texas. That's when he made the Final Four in Texas. He was coaching at Clemson. Like he's been coaching for like 30-something years. Just winning 1. I think Izzo might only have 1 national championship ever.
I think he does.
Yeah.
I think he does. But he's been making it to the Sweet 16 like almost every year other than this year.
He has.
So it's like, I mean, Cal hasn't made it past the second round since. In my time in Kentucky, we never made it past the second round. That's all I'm going to say.
They got a lot to rebuild for sure. But who do you have winning the national championship on the men's side?
I'm going to go with UConn. It's hard to go. UConn's kind of looking like South Carolina on the women's side to me. Like South Carolina's just like dominant, like just running through everybody. UConn, I think they've won every game so far by
13 plus.
Yeah,
in
like
the last 2 tournaments.
And they've been up
back to last year's tournament run.
And they've been up 30 every game, I think, at some point.
I don't know about that one.
20 or 30. I could be wrong, but
that's crazy.
I think they've been up like 30 almost every game, bro.
A lot every game for sure.
But nah, they're looking dominant. Who you got?
I got UConn. I mean, they're just so dominant right now. The team that I think could beat them is Purdue. The team that I would want to beat them would be NC State, but UConn is the team to beat right now for sure. Obviously, a lot's going on in basketball right now. There's one more sport, football off season happened during our little 4 or 5 week hiatus.
Facts.
We had NFL free agency, and it was a lot of moves. So we want to give you like 1 or 2 things that stood out to us from the NFL free agency. So what you got with that?
To start, well, hold on. Before I get to my favorite signing, I'm gonna start off with my signing that was the most dumb, which to me was the Calvin Ridley going to the Titans, and not dumb on Calvin Ridley's part.
He got paid.
Dumb on the Titans' part. The Titans could have paid AJ Brown the same money they're paying Calvin Ridley.
They got a lot of money out there since they signed Snead too.
Nah, facts. They did. Snead was a good signing, but you telling me 2 years ago they didn't want to sign AJ Brown, but then you go out and give Calvin Ridley the same amount of money, an older, probably less productive version of Calvin Ridley, the same amount of money you could have given an AJ Brown who just put up 1,700 yards.
Hindsight is always easy to be like, go back, we should have paid AJ.
Okay, but like,
they had to do something.
Yeah, but like, it's not like AJ was a problem in their offense at all. Once AJ was gone, they had no offense other than Derrick Henry.
Yeah, but I'm saying like it's easy to look back now and be like, we should have just paid him. But in the moment, it was a lot more difficult to be like, we need to make AJ Brown the top 3 paid receiver in the league.
He didn't have to be top 3 in the league though. That's what he wanted.
Yeah.
I guess that's tough. But
he wanted like the average of the top 5, which would put him at 3.
I would have gave him the money, man. You know me. I was an AJ Brown fan his first couple of years in the league, but like you said, hindsight is 2020 for sure. They probably didn't think he was gonna be a top 5 receiver in the league. Like,
I thought he could be like top 10, top 15,
but top 5,
even like maybe even top 3 this past year. Like,
facts.
Didn't expect that for sure.
But as far as my favorite signing and what I'm most looking forward to, obviously you got Saquon on the Eagles. with Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown and Smitty and Goddard. That would be kind of cool. You got Derrick Henry on the Ravens. I think that might be the one I'm most looking forward to is Derrick Henry in Baltimore with Lamar. I think that's a nasty backfield. That's the type of backfield I would build on Madden just to try to cheat the game.
That's some video game stuff that you do, and it's like, all right, bro, like how am I supposed to beat you?
Literally, obviously it's not young Derrick Henry coming out of college or even his first 4 years in the league. He's on the backside of his career, kind of getting there. But at the end of the day, it's Derrick Henry.
The Ravens just need two things to happen. They need health on their side, and they need something to happen to Patrick Mahomes. I don't know what, but if Patrick Mahomes is there,
but honestly though, I don't want to get too off sides of the free agency, but just going back to that Chiefs Ravens game, bro. If the Ravens would have just ran the ball how they did all year, they probably would have won.
It's just Patrick Mahomes, bro. So something always happens for him. Facts. Something always happens for Patrick Mahomes, bro.
Facts. I won't.
Until he's gone, I don't have confidence. They could get Tyreek Hill, bro, and I would still be like, you know what, Mahomes is somehow going to win, bro. Until they show me otherwise.
Yeah, at least another decade for that to happen.
Exactly.
So
maybe he switches teams when Andy Reid retires or something.
I don't think Mahomes is leaving Kansas City, bro. I think that Kansas City is going to pay Mahomes however much. They're going to give him a blank check and be like, write down how much money you want to stay in Kansas City, bro.
But Derrick Henry to Baltimore is definitely going to be an exciting time in the NFL. I mean, I think I have to go with Kirk Cousins going to the Falcons. Putting him in a system with that many weapons. You saw what he did with Jettis and then a little bit of Hawkinson. Because Hawkinson, was he there last year?
This past year, yeah.
No, not this past year. The year before that.
Nah, this is his first year.
Okay, so yeah. So, I mean, you saw what he did with the full season of Hawkinson, even though he played 8 games.
Yeah.
He was leading the league in passing yards before he got hurt. One of the top voters in the NFL MVP race at the time. Kirk was balling.
They beat the Niners with him too.
Yeah, they beat the Niners before he got hurt.
That was tough.
Kirk was balling. They started off 0-3, and I think we're 5-3 by the time he got hurt.
Yeah, they were something crazy.
So if you put him in this system where he has weapons, just get the ball to him. Get the ball to Bijan, let him do what he needs to do. Get the ball to Kyle Pitts, let him do what he needs to do. You're in the red zone. You have two great throw it up 2 targets. Kyle Pitts and Drake London in the red zone, that's
hopefully
not much more you can ask for as a veteran quarterback.
Man, hopefully Kirk Cousins can get Kyle Pitts' career really kick-started because up to this point, he hasn't been able to get the targets he wanted just because of his quarterback play. Did he have Matt Ryan for a year?
Maybe for a year.
Maybe he had Matt Ryan, but outside of that, he had Marcus Mariota, Desmond Ridder, Taylor Heineke. Nobody really no consistency. Nobody who could really get him the ball as much as he wanted. So hopefully, fantasy managers.
He gave Kirk number 8, bro. So you got to deliver.
Bro, you just see that he didn't. Yeah. Kirk got number 18.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
somebody said. So you saw the tweet. It was
get the ball now.
he said, what would it take to get number 8? And Kyle Pitts said targets.
Yeah, I saw that.
And Kirk Cousins is number 18.
Well, that's not a good sign, bro.
I think he's just trolling. I
hope he's not really 18, bro.
I'm pretty sure he's
just okay with staying with 18.
I think he's just okay with staying. I didn't think he want to take Kyle Pitts' number from him and then leave in a year or two.
Come off as a guy to really care about that.
But I think he's going to get Kyle Pitts the ball. He should definitely get Kyle Pitts the ball.
That would be an exciting time. And they're in probably the easiest division still in the NFL, so it's wide open for them to just run through the division if they want to.
Facts. But it'll be interesting, man. Bryce Young, I'm not buying into the Panthers hype this year, but they got Bryce Young some protection by signing the guard from
another weapon.
Dolphins and the Seahawks. They got him Deontay Johnson from the Steelers. So, I mean, it'll be interesting. Lastly, hold on, wait. Before we get off this subject, yes, it's high to see Derrick Henry on the Ravens. Justin Fields in Pittsburgh.
He's backup.
I know he's a backup.
Keep that.
I know he's a backup.
He said that Justin Fields should be in Chicago. Run the table.
I did.
He was a top 15 quarterback in the system, and now he's a backup. A
backup to Russell Wilson, which, he's not the greatest, but he is a Super Bowl winner. And I think it's just more so. I think they declared him the backup. I think they declared him the backup just so not to kill Russ's ego. I think they care more about Russ's ego than they did Justin Fields because they signed Russ first.
They could just learn. I mean, he could just.
And to learn from Russ too,
some of the mental stuff I think would be really good for him. I hope he doesn't pick up on all Russ's leadership tactics though.
Yeah, no, definitely
he's not the best leader.
Not the best though. But all I'm gonna say is, I'm excited to see Justin Fields on a good team. because the Steelers are a good team. Whether they finish 9-7-1 or 9-8, I don't care. Steelers are a good team, and they needed a quarterback. They needed a quarterback up to this point. So if Russ wants to play bad, or Lord willing, he don't get hurt, but if he ends up getting hurt and Justin Fields gets an opportunity to play this year, come back to this video and just, be advised that I'm giving y'all a warning now. Don't let Justin Fields touch the field with the Steelers. That's all I'm going to say, because or else he's going to go stupid.
Justin Fields could definitely.
You have been warned.
He could be special, but exciting time in the NFL, exciting time in the NBA. Obviously, we didn't get to talk about that today. We'll get to it before the playoffs come around. Very exciting time in college basketball, men's and women's. So make sure you guys are tuning into all the sports stuff that's going on. Make sure you're listening to that Future album too. Like if you haven't heard it yet,
if you haven't heard it, it's if you want to look it up, if you could just look up Future and go to albums. But the album is called "We Don't Trust You" by Metro Boomin and Future. So
make sure you guys are going to tap in with that. But thanks again. We're back for season 2. Should run for about another 2 months or so.
Until I go to Spain.
This man's going to Spain.
Dude. So. But hey, hopefully by then we can find some kind of platform to where I can still like
Zoom call in.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out for sure.
I gotta give y'all updates from Spain, man. Obviously, and hopefully the way it's set up, I'm supposed to be working with some company in the sports industry. I don't know if it's like a team,
that'd be cool.
Or
behind the scenes of their operations.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know if it's like a team or like a management company or anything like that, but it's supposed to be involved in the sports industry. So I'll find out by the end of the month exactly who I'll be working with and what I'll be doing. So I'll keep y'all updated on that for sure. But
until next time, FGP fans, get a little round of applause going for the end of the episode.
I'm excited for the rest of the season, but we got some special guests signed up and everything. So
we got some good stuff. Got some episodes coming out that you guys will probably look forward to. But we'll see you guys next week, FGP family.
Deuces.